Hey everybody, today's date is, hold on. I'm getting rid of a cold. Today's date is, April 19th, 2015. Now what I'm going to do right now, you'll understand why I'm making this video as you continue to listen. That bag right there has got, backup stuff. That bag and the one that's right below it. This one. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is explain to you what's in these bags, and then I'm going to show you the spot where this stuff's going to be hidden at. And once it's placed in there, those two bags, I'm then going to camouflage them. For one, if anybody approaches me at all while I'm doing this, and then leaving this area to go to another area, it'll be gang stalking, no matter how old they are, no matter who they are, no matter what transpires, and no matter what results. It's April 19th, 2015. As you can see by my watch, it is now 3 p.m. Now, the bottom bag is a brand new $35 Walmart hiking backpack. And inside of it, it's got 2 sleeping bags rolled up and a coat. All 3 things are wrapped in weatherization bags, okay, to keep the rain out, just in case this area gets a little flooded when it rains, even though we're experiencing a drought in California. It's also got a couple other odds and ends inside of it. As you can see that it's bagged up in a 55-gallon black contractor bag that's really thick. Now that bag right there has got some pajamas, long johns, shirts, and what I need to sleep in. It's a duffel bag that's got these things in them. Now the reason why I'm making this video, I'm not going to make this a very long video because I got stuff to do after I get this done, is what I'm doing is I'm going to place it in this area that I've already cleaned out. As you can see, it's kind of a V, okay? Once those 2 black bags get placed tightly in that area, I'm then going to camouflage it with leaves, and you can see this cottony type stuff from the fall. All that kind of stuff is going to be placed on top of them to the point to where both bags are going to be completely covered. And then after I do that with this kind of stuff, as you can see here, these kind of leaves and stuff, okay, then I'm going to cover it up with small sticks and then big sticks, and then I'm going to put huge branches on top of it, and then I'm going to put huge branches on the entrance of this spot. So in other words, by the time I'm done, it'll look like just a piece of the landscape. And getting to this spot, for one, see, let me get up for a minute. See, I picked this spot because this spot is so heavily congested with fallen trees, huge bushes, dead branches, and everything, that it would take somebody at least 5 hours to even clear out a 5-foot by 5-foot spot to pitch a tent. In other words, this is not a spot at all anybody would pitch a tent at, or anywhere close by. Okay, absolutely. And I'm going to tell you another thing. On any date, when I come to this area to get this property, if anybody is camped out, okay, this spot right here, if anybody is camped out within 200 feet of it, it'll be done to psychologically intimidate me about proceeding to come to the spot to get the property, and also if it's stolen. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm being gang stalked in La Jolla, California, San Diego County. Go to Google and type in gang stalking and police. Look at how many Google generated numeric responses you get. Okay? Then investigate the websites and the blogs and the YouTube videos that come up. Because when you type that in at Google, some YouTube videos will come up as well. Now, that should show anybody that can process common sense that, and I'm not trying to insult anybody by saying that, I'm just making a statement. The point being is that when you look at, like the other day, I read a blog that I wrote in Connecticut. It's actually a comment on a blog I wrote concerning when I was being gang stalked in Connecticut. Now, yes, targeted individuals are gang stalked from state to state. Excuse me a second. Gang stalking is occurring in every state in the United States. It's organized crime in the system at the federal, state, and local level. It's a syndicate. Okay, and they're using their employment descriptions to achieve their objectives. Doctors, lawyers, judges, police officers, firefighters, prosecutors, probation officers, public defenders, any employment description you can think of, especially ones that are in the system or in the courts and the court system, understand. But they also have syndicate members that are holding white and blue collar jobs out in the community, and the ones who aren't syndicate members, the ones who are, as a result of the influence that comes with their employment description, they can get anything to do anybody. They can get anybody to get them to do almost anything for them, based on the techniques they use. To give you a preliminary introduction to that, go to YouTube and type in "listen to a stranger." Just do it. Every single thing in that video, from the second you turn it on up until the second it ends, is gang stalking. Okay, but it's not by no means the entire scope of gang stalking. Now, to prove to you this crime has been covered on. This crime has been covered on local news broadcasts, national radio shows, and national TV shows. I've even been on national radio shows, calling up the national radio shows as they were covering gang stalking, and the radio host took my call, and I was able to tell them what I was experiencing. Now, to see that I'm telling you the truth concerning that, you can go to Google. Listen carefully to these instructions. Go to Google and type in "Ground Zero with Clyde Lewis." Okay? And when you Google that, you'll come up with his website, and you can also find his previous radio shows through SoundCloud, through either and or his website, and because he's got archives of his radio show. I was on his radio show on multiple occasions talking about gang stalking on both of them. On at least two. I've been on the show at least 5 times, at least. Anywhere between 5 and 8 times. Okay? But not every time was about gang stalking. Now, the one you want to listen to is... Hold on a second. Now, the one you want to listen to is the September 17, 2013 show called The Away Team, AWAY. Okay? And you could probably just type that in and it'll bring it up. The Away Team. Okay? Clyde Lewis, Ground Zero, 9/17/13. And you'll hear me on it, Leslie Williams. Okay? Now, everything that I described, what I described on that radio show that night concerning how I was being harassed along my routes and at my hiking area, has been caught on audio file before I was on that show, and on hundreds of audio files since. Because it's now April 19, 2015. So it's been, almost a year and a half. Well, it's been about 14, 15 months. Okay, so the point being is that this should show you that gang stalking has been realized on. It's been broadcasted on national radio shows, local news broadcast, on multiple different local news broadcasts in multiple different states. And so what I'm doing is they made me homeless. Now, that's all over the internet, that's a method of gang stalking in reference to what they do to targets. Go to Google and type in "gang stalking creating homelessness of targets." Look at how many Google generated responses come up, and then look at what the websites are saying. You know what you're going to read? In multiple different websites concerning this crime, it's going to flat out state right on these websites that creating homelessness seems to be, even though it is, not seems, but that's just the way it's worded in some of the blogs, is one of their main priorities they do to a target. Okay, so you can research gang stalking in landlords, gang stalking in property owners, gang stalking in postal employees, and gang stalking mail theft and mail delayment, and that means rent or any other mail that the perpetrators believe that they can use to assist them in the gang stalking, or for a threat assessment. Like if the target might be getting something in the mail that could threaten them. Absolutely. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, the reason why I'm hiding this, I got multiple different spots where kids are dropped off at. Hold on, I got a cough. where kids are dropped off at. Okay, so in case, because where I'm hiking at now, they're gang stalking me at this area. Absolutely, I'm being gaslighted at this area, just like I was at the previous hiking areas. But so far at this one, it's not as bad. But it's let me just put it to you this way: when you realize how what they're Now you can go to Google and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Criminal Motivations of Gang Stalking," "Learning Disabled Woman Exposes Methods and Tactics of Gang Stalking," "Learning Disabled Woman Predicts Gang Stalking at HA Area," which means hiking area. And make sure you look at all the videos that are in the YouTube channels that these videos are dedicated to. And when you bring these YouTube videos up, always there's only a few videos online. Like out of 100, there might be maybe 20, maybe at the most 30 that doesn't have anything in the description of each YouTube video, but most of them do. Okay, now I'm also going to make another statement. I've noticed that in some of my videos I say make sure you look in the description of this YouTube video for cooperating material or evidence, and then I didn't get a chance to put it in. So if you run across any of those videos, don't think that I don't got my shit together. It was just because sometimes I'll make a video and won't upload it for a month, and if I don't have time on the day the video is made to make a log concerning the file and folder number and file number, and then what the video is about, I forget what the video is about when I go to upload it, and so I forget, and so if I don't get a chance to listen to the video as it's being uploaded, I won't know at that time what to copy and paste and put into the description of that YouTube video. So that's why you should Google me as well. There's probably at least 40, 50, 60 blogs online concerning what's happening to me. These blogs are holding massive. In fact, go to Google right now and type in UCSD and Law Library. Are they networking gang stalking? Massive evidence in those blogs. Okay, so what I'm going to do, like I said, as soon as I get done making this video, I'm going to take these two bags, walk them right over here, place them snugly in there, and then once I'm comfortable with how they're placed in there, I'm going to then camouflage them with leaves and other things that are on the ground, then small sticks, then bigger sticks, and then I'm going to put branches on top of it. Okay, and this little section right here, hang on, this little section right here, okay, is should definitely keep the rain from being up in here because of the slope concerning how the rain would get up into this spot anyways. So it should be okay from rain, plus it's in the garbage bags that I've already described, the type of garbage bags that are in now. In closing, I am being gang stalked to this area, and when you look at the evidence online, you'll clearly be able to see how I'm being harassed along my routes every day in the same exact identical way. The only way that they can prop up this verbal harassment that I endure and the gang stalking physical gestures is that they gotta know where I'm at in real time at all times. So, if this evidence, which is all over the internet, go to that blog I told you about, UCSD and Law Library, Are They Networking Gang Stalking? You'll be able to see hundreds of blogs or YouTube videos of evidence in that blog. Okay? And then, as a result of you witness it, you'll clearly be able to see that the only way that they could achieve this verbal harassment around me, concerning me, for me to experience by the dummies they're using, is that they gotta know where I'm at in real time at all times. So, when you witness how many different places it's happening to me at, it would be commonsensely easy for you to conclude that they're gang stalking me to my hiking area too. And you can go to Google and type in gang stalking staged arrest. I'm predicting right now that I'm going to be arrested at any hiking area. RR Colony 5, which is a code abbreviation that I use for my current one, and this entire geographical property that I am on goes by RR Colony 5. But there's multiple different spots on the property that I'm going to start using. I've already used two. The one that I'm currently at and one that is not far from it. That one was called RR Colony 5-1B. Okay? Now, if I am ever arrested, assaulted, robbed, raped, any of my backpack or my carry-on stolen from me, because 2 days ago I bought a brand new computer, $300. Okay? Absolutely. So they're going to go after that, and or they're going to make it inoperable, and or can get damaged if they assault me, or get stolen during assault, no matter where that occurs at, along my routes, no matter what. Now also, are they using my phone as a GPS tracker to know where I'm at in real time to prop up the harassment, including the staged events, including assaults at my hiking areas? Go to Google and type in cell phone hacking and gang stalking. Just Google it. They're using target cell phones as GPS trackers, microphones, and the camera on the phone. They can also use a laptop as a GPS tracker as well. Google that. Absolutely, just Google it to gang stalking. You'll see I'm telling you the truth. So, the propped up harassment, the propped up staged assaults, the propped up arrest, the staged arrest, okay? They achieve it through the tracking, stalking, surveillance, and observation of the target. While, whenever they prop up anybody, like when they bring a in-my-face direct event towards me, guess what they'll do? See, through cyber surveillance, they know I'm wearing a tape recorder because all my evidence videos shows me transferring evidence from the tape recorder to video. Cyber surveillance is all over the internet in reference to that being a method of gang stalking. So they know I got a tape recorder running on me at all times. I literally say it in the videos. So whenever they prop up an event for me to experience, they'll act like they don't know where that I was at the spot. They'll act like it's my fault. They'll engage in verbalizations to make it appear they're stumbling across me. When it comes to police, they'll either act like they don't know who I am, especially at HA areas, or they'll act like they do know who I am because they illegally and criminally put me on probation concerning an illegal lodging arrest that they staged back in November 11th, 2013, and combined it with a ticket on August 27th, November 10th, 2014, and then a ticket for illegal lodging on August 27th, 2014. They're coming to my hiking areas. Now think about this: if they'll gang stalk you along all your routes, and then also at apartment complexes, motel rooms, all this can be Googled. Okay, and cross-reference to gang stalking. If they'll do this, do you honestly believe they're not gang stalking a target to their hiking area? Just research one of my statements, my descriptions, and you'll see I'm flat out telling you the truth. And as a result of what you come up with from the research, anybody would conclude with common sense at least that they will gang stalk you to your hiking area. They don't create the homelessness to then just walk away. Now, the homelessness is created for the eventual criminal motivation to be achieved. So make sure that you YouTube and Google all my titles of blogs and YouTube videos that I've stated in this video so you can see that I'm telling you the truth. Hang on, let me feed this bird. Okay. Not sure. It's a new bird. So I'm predicting right now that they're gonna stage something at this area. You better believe it. You better believe it. Also, on any date, if I go back to retrieve property at any other of the locations that property's been dropped off at, okay, one property's got a human being's name attached to it and an animal's name attached to it. I'm not going to say any more. That was actually saying too much. Okay, because when you research how cops are connected to this crime, and then research how cyber surveillance is a method of this crime, you can easily deduce that these filthy whores can say, well, you claim you're not camping here, yet I saw a video where you're claiming that one of your hiking areas has got a human being's name attached to it and an animal's name attached to it. What's this? And then they say, we just kind of deduced where these areas might be, looked up. I can't say anymore, but just trust me on this. Just trust me. When you look at the evidence that I've described in this video, you'll see I'm telling the truth. I know how these freaks think because I've been dealing with them for over a decade. And I have literally read target individuals' blogs and YouTube videos, YouTube comments online, stating they've been a victim for 30 years, 40 years. Now, I'm not going to say if I've been a victim of this crime before the open gang stalking started, okay? But understand, there are victims online that are claiming they've been gang stalked for 30, 40. I read one guy's statement that he's been gang stalked for 60 years. 60 years. And these filthy red-ass animals destroy every aspect of your life, including your quality of life. They're targeting my finances right now, too. And if they arrest me in the near future for illegal lodging, they're going to try and do it possibly so I'll lose my Social Security and or Social Services, because I'm being reviewed right now for both. And if I go to jail while I'm sitting in jail, they can say, well, you didn't follow through on what you needed to do pertaining to these reviews. Today's date is April 19th, 2015. Okay? I'm in San Diego, California, La Jolla. I'm being gang stalked along all my routes. The San Diego Police Department has denied my right to make a police report on anywhere between 19 and 27 different occasions, 2 police officers per occasion. Okay, I gotta go. Thanks for listening. Have a nice day.